What's up, you guys? My name is Dee and I'm back again with another video. So today we're going to be talking about Martin, which is one of my favorite shows back in the day. It's still one of my favorite shows today. I could watch Martin and I could laugh like I never seen the episode. I've probably seen like every single episode back to back to back. And it's just brand new. Like, it's just so funny. It's such a classic. It's so original, and it definitely made the 90s for me. Every time I think of 90s, it's like one of the shows that pop into my head. I love Martin, and secretly I always wanted a relationship like Martin and Gina. Like, they were just relationship goals for me. Like, I always wanted somebody who I could just have fun with and just love and just laugh and just have that friendship vibe, nice relaxed relationship. I always envied their relationship. I was like, one day, I gotta find me a Martin. He's a little short, got big ears, but just gotta find somebody just tall and normal. But anywho, I know that the show actually ended. If you notice, like, the last season of Martin, for those who did watch the show, you haven't really seen Gina that much. And I feel like I heard the show ended because Martin and Gina actually had some issues real life on set. And it was like a lot of the scenes were being filmed where Gina was here and Martin was here. And it wasn't like the earlier season where you always saw them together, so you could kind of feel like something was wrong, and it just took away the vibe of the show. So I'm actually going to be watching a video that kind of explains what happened between Martin and Gina, and I know her real name is Tisha Campbell, so we're going to see what happened between them. If you like this type of content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Let's see, oh my god, because I love this show, so let's see what happens. Hopefully you don't destroy my 90s fantasies and memories, but I want to know what really happened between them, so let's get into the video.
Martin was probably the most popular black sitcom in the 1990s. Martin was a show focused on black friendships, and many characters on the show were played by one of the hottest comedians of the decade, Martin Lawrence himself. And the show Martin has made a huge impact in black American culture. It has been more than 20 years since Martin ended, but many still wonder why the main characters, couple Martin and Gina, didn't film scenes together in its final season. Here's why the Martin show really ended.
But right now, what I think you ought to do is pack up your camel and go. Please, everyone, watch the hump.
You're so miserable.
Martin, you have finally lost your ever-loving mind. In the 1990s, Fox Network started acquiring more black television shows like In Living Color, New York Undercover, and In Living Single, during the time when black sitcoms ruled television.
Look at her face.
Martin premiered on Fox in August of 1992. Set in Detroit, Michigan, the show follows the five main characters.
I wasn't
Martin,
born,
played by Martin
August?
Lawrence, his girlfriend Gina, played by Tisha Campbell, her best friend and Martin's antagonist Pam, played by Tashina Arnold, and Martin's two best friends, Tommy, played by Thomas Ford, who no one believed had a job, and Cold, played by Carl Anthony Payne, who's the dim-witted friend who still lived home with his mother. Tisha and Martin both starred in Boomerang and the House Party series, and started a friendship.
Played Martin's girlfriend twice before, and didn't he say to you, when I get my own series, baby, I'm taking you with me?
You know what it was? We did House Party together, and we were friends. I mean, the whole cast, we've been friends for years. Tashina and I, who plays Pam on the show, we've been friends for since we were 12 years old. Martin, I've known him for years, and he would always say, you gonna play my girlfriend? And I was like, yeah, sure. Right, Martin, But he really, I know, I used my whole face when I talk. But he made his promise, and
So he called you after he got this series?
He was doing the series. He said, I want you for the series. And I was like, I had to think about it because I had a prior commitment, but it was a gut feeling, so I chose to do the show.
Sure.
And it turned out to be a good thing.
Martin played a radio host at WZUP who was unfiltered, quick with comebacks, and obsessed with his girlfriend Gina. He also played a handful of other characters like Jerome, the kid neighbor Roscoe, Martin's mother Mama Payne, Old Otis, Dragonfly Jones, Bob Elroy Preston, King Beef, and the fan favorite Shanae Jenkins.
Sit.
Oh God.
The show
How could you watch the show and not laugh?
In the first season and went on for 5 seasons. By the start of its 5th season, news of Martin's troubles started making headlines. In 1995, on the set of his movie Thin Line Between Love and Hate, he lashed out in a violent rage and was hospitalized. In 1996, Martin was arrested for punching a nightclub patron, sentenced to probation for concealing a loaded weapon, and was arrested for trying to board a plane with a loaded gun in his suitcase. Then was hospitalized after wandering into traffic and screaming and brandishing a gun at drivers on Ventura Boulevard. He was also accused of threatening his estranged wife, Patricia, who described him in an affidavit as a violent drug abuser who exhibits irrational and abusive behavior towards her and their then 16-month-old daughter, Jasmine. And he also couldn't be trusted alone with her. Despite his wife's restraining order against him, he went to her hotel room and slid a note under her door that read, "If I can't have you, then I will make sure that no one has you. So come home now. If you don't, then I will have to do what I have to do." Martin's trouble spilled over into the workplace. Martin and Tisha started having an affair despite them being in their own. Martin fell in love, but Tisha never did. Tisha was in a serious relationship with fellow actor Dwayne Martin.
So she was
After the couple got engaged, tension between her and Martin grew, with Martin telling her that her man was soft. In 1997, Tisha Campbell filed a lawsuit against her co-star Martin and the show's producers for sexual harassment and verbal and physical assaults. And she did not appear in most of season 5 episodes.
Yeah.
In her lawsuit, she claims that she had grown increasingly uncomfortable on set. Martin would go into a rage in which he threatened to fire the cast during season 2. Tisha alleged that Martin would grope and simulate sexual acts in front of the crew members when they weren't rehearsing or filming, to her pleading with the show's writers to stop writing bedroom scenes. Tisha alleged that HBO executives had long-standing knowledge of the abuse, yet never took action. She didn't show up for the final 5 episodes, and the producers countersued to force her back to work. Both sides settled out of court, with one condition being that she would work only if Martin stayed away from set or wasn't present. She returned to the set to film the 2-part season finale for the show, and in the episode, Martin and Gina kept entering and exiting the set at different times, and the storyline was adjusted so that the characters were both a part of it. Their characters were seen talking on the phone with each other on a split screen, but never crossed paths. And this would be the show's last episode.
We both gonna be working in LA.
After the show ended, Martin and Tisha went on with their lives and careers separately, but the other cast members remained close.
Being a piece of
Hey everyone, welcome to Forward. We are a new kind of doctor's office that's doing primary care differently. Our best.
But Martin, unfortunately, show business at a certain point in his life got the best of him. And when that happens, you see it happening. And there's nothing you can do about it. So when he and Tisha had their bout, what I always respected about the both of them, neither of them made me feel uncomfortable. Right before Tisha left the set, because she had to. It got to that point, and I understood it. It's just like the Matrix. It's like, you could hear silence.
In 2016, Thomas Ford, who played Tommy, died from a ruptured abdominal aneurysm at the age of 52. His funeral was attended by Tisha Campbell, Carl Payne Jr., Tashina Arnold, and Martin, who wasn't in the reunion photo taken. After 2 decades without speaking, Martin and Tisha reunited at Morton's Steakhouse in Burbank, California. Martin uploaded a pic to his Instagram with her and Tashina with the caption, in the words of Ice Cube, "Today was a good day," with Tisha Campbell Martin and Tashina Arnold. And the former castmates even teased the possibility of a reboot.
Doing it? Are we doing it?
Don't do it. Every time there's a reboot, it's not gonna be the same.
Today, the Martin Show still holds a prominent place in African American culture during the 1990s. The show has been referenced by artists like Kanye West, Chance the Rapper, and SZA. And the show inspired a music video by Chris Brown and Big Sean.
Okay, I won't deny it. Half the time you send a text, yep, you know I'm not replying. Just to let you know I'm not one of them.
The show is still syndicated on television every day and can be seen on BET or MTV. Unlike The Cosby Show, Martin was not written to portray a sculpted version of blackness. Instead, he showed a more relatable side of blackness where people were just living.
So, I mean, they sound like they was both cheating. Like, she was in a relationship, he was in a relationship. They started messing around, and she was like, he was like, I want to take this serious, and she was like, no, I'm a man. Like, but it's like, sheesh. Cause I know it felt so awkward, cause it was like, everybody knows, like, Martin in the show, like, Martin loves Gina, and not to see Gina in like the last season, it's just like, it was just weird. But you know what, at the end of the day, you have to protect yourself. Like, F the show, F that. Like, if you feel uncomfortable, you feel unsafe, you have to do what's best for you. Yes, it sucks for the viewers of the show, but you have to protect yourself, sis. And if you feel like he was being a little crazy, you gotta remove yourself from that situation. And I mean, that is show business. Like, I feel like when people have a certain level of fame and like a certain status, like Martin's like the hottest thing back then, and it's like, especially now that like he's starting to do a lot of more movies, and he was really popular, and the show was just, it was just too good. You could get lost in Hollywood really quick, and maybe he was taking some, allegedly maybe he was taking, maybe some type of drug, or like he was off something, and he just started affecting his personal life and bringing that into work. So it's like, you could really just get lost in that life. That's why it's like, you gotta be grateful, be humble for everything that you have. Say no. Say no to things that you know is wrong, and just keep a good relationship and faith with God, so you can have the strength to resist temptation when it comes, because it's gonna come, but you don't have to take it. You can fight it. But anyway, that was so interesting to see what happened. Like, I was shocked, like, to see, like, because it's just like, I mean, you see what's on the show, like, you see what's on camera, but you don't know anything about people's personal lives. So to see that he was acting that way is like, it's like a shock, but it's not a surprise, because regular life and Hollywood life, there's so much that is behind the scenes, so much negative things that are behind the scenes that we don't see on camera, that affects people's lives. And then we'll look at the blogs and we'll look at like magazines and stuff and be like, oh, these people go crazy, but it's, or celebrities are weird, but we don't know what happens behind closed doors, what they're really taking, what are they exposed to that is, makes them a little cuckoo. But it seemed like it's something that happens. So again, it's not a surprise. Probably just got lost in the Hollywood life. And as long as he's good today, they took their picture. Seemed like there's no hard feelings. It's been like, over 20 years since the show aired. Like, I mean, the show is literally the same age as me, so it's been a while. But as long as everybody's good today, this just matters. Nobody got hurt in the past. it is what it is. So if you like stuff like this, you could definitely watch more. Until next time, guys, peace out.